We thought for a minute we were sort of catching up on Ian, which I thought was a bit unusual, but turned out it was Azad had a puncture and taken him a long time to change it, and we just were stuck in his dust for the 50% of the stage and spun once as a result.
On a rally as fast as this one, having a puncture cost Azar Anwar and Julius Gigit dearly. It had been an awkward change. Happening so early in the rally had also taken the steam out of their planned attack, knowing they would have to drive defensively for the remainder of the event. They were down in 12th.
We had a bit of a problem changing, took a long time, 5 minutes. And then it put me off so much because the rallying is so close nowadays that I can't even concentrate. I'm not even in the rally anymore.
Having a clean run were Ian Duncan and Amos Slatch in the National Oil pickup. They were determined on this rally to prove that the pickup can bring in results, although this would purely be down to Ian's uncanny skill behind the wheel. For now, they were in 5th. Helping with the harvesting of the sisal, Peter Horsey was in 6th, but it was close as he was only 4 seconds behind Duncan. They stormed through stage 3 to claim 2 places, and Duncan was next on the list. Assisting him to gain experience, Peter had Moses Matovu in the navigator's seat.
Yeah, no, he's helped me a lot with driving technique, and it's really nice to have someone calm next to you. We had a few offs and took out a few sisal bushes. Hope there's no fine attached, but we'll see.
Peter had been battling it out with his brother Alex, navigated by Andrew Doig. The pair were only separated by 5 seconds, but Alex would not see the race to the end when they rolled on stage 3. Whilst the car had been upside down, all the oil had leaked out and they were unable to continue.
It was very much my fault. I was going round a very slow corner, slowly, luckily, but I cut the inside very slightly and hit a mound with a bit of sisal on it. And that just flicked my front wheel, then bounced my back wheel up and very slowly tipped me over onto my roof.
In a bid to improve his driving technique during the break between rallies, Quinton Mitchell has been on a crash training course, gaining experience from professional rally trainer David Maslin.
With Quinton here, we're learning pace notes, a new system of pace notes so that he can make his own pace notes. It's always much better for a driver to make his own pace notes.
Quinton was applying everything he'd learned, and it immediately had an impact on his times. Together with navigator Tim Challen, who was caught out by the increased pace, they were in 7th.
Made such a big difference because you can be so confident now, and you know, instead of grading the speed of which you're taking the corner, we now grade the actual angle of the corner. So I know that no matter how fast I'm going, I have to be at that angle to take that corner.
Izar Mirza and Ashad Khan are still learning the handling of their Evo 9, but there's no doubting their potential. As they climbed through the ranks, they caught the car ahead, but were quick enough to claim 8th overall. Since acquiring the N10, Kirit Rajput and Ravi Soni have been overcoming teething problems that have seen them retire on recent events. On this rally, with everything going well, they were in 9th, and for the first time were putting the car through its paces. Whilst out on recce, Ben Mushemi and George Joroge had hit a tree, which was now well marked on their notes. They were driving hard, pushing for a result. Although the car took some knocks, they were more than pleased with 10th. The rally had already claimed 2 cars. Jaswinder and Ravi Chana in the Toyota GT4 had succumbed to a seized differential, but the first to go had been Anwar and Sanju Pandya, who retired on stage 1 with a blown engine, and for the remainder of the day became spectators.
We're timers now, timers. We're timing.
With 1/3 of the rally complete, Lee Rose was in the lead by 59 seconds, but with all the cars refreshed in service, he would now be coming under attack from the 3 cars behind. The rally was being run predominantly on the Migotio Plantation Sisal estate, and any cars making excursions off the track came off worse against the hardy plants.
And turn medium left.
Away from the rally, it was business as usual on the estate, with the plants being harvested, extracted, dried, sorted and bundled, ready for market use. One point along the route was dedicated to spectators, and with rallying in Kenya attracting a huge following, thousands turned out to watch. With the cars passing 3 times, rally fans had plenty of opportunity to cheer on their favorite drivers. The service park, located in the center of the Sisal estate on the community football pitch, was visited 3 times during the day, offering a brief respite from all the tension. This is Lee Rose and Piers Dakin leaving for the next group of 3 stages, another 60 kilometers of competitive motoring. Everyone was quicker the second time around, but even Lee Rose was surprised that he'd been nearly a minute faster on stage 4.
Come on! That
was good. So it
15:58 to 15:09.
Yeah, that'll do.
They decided to back off on the next 2 stages, but overall increased their leading margin to nearly 2 minutes. Carl Tundo and Tim Jessup's planned attack to rein in Rose was put on the back burner when the power steering failed. They were now concentrating on just getting through as quickly as possible in the hope they wouldn't be overtaken. At the end, they held on to second by 18 seconds, but Rose had got away.
I've lost the 1.5 kilos I ate last night. Yeah, I was getting Tim to pull the handbrake around the tight ones because I couldn't take my hands off the steering wheel. It was kicking so badly.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked.